Unfortunately, she succumbed to her injuries and was later pronounced deceased.
She was only 21, a young woman full of energy and plans for her future. One moment, she was walking out her workplace after another late-night shift, and the next, she was gone.
Heartbreaking development in the search for 23-year-old Kata Scott. After more than 2 weeks of searching, police say a very specific anonymous tip led detectives back to this abandoned elementary school where they uncovered a shallow grave in the woods with remains that they believe to be those of Kata Scott. Now, the medical examiner, of course, is working to confirm the identity, and investigators are in touch with Scott's family. Now, keep in mind, this is the same location where officers say they found her debit card and phone case last week.
No witnesses, no warning, just silence. Within days, her name was on every local news station. Her picture shared across social media with the words missing and please help us find her. But no one knew then that she was already gone, that the same car seen waiting outside her workplace that night would later become the scene of her final moments. Before we continue, if you're new here, don't just scroll past. Stories like Kata's deserve to be heard. Now, let's talk about who Kata Scott was. Friends describe her as kind, hardworking, and always smiling. She worked as a caregiver at the terrace at Chestnut Hill in Philadelphia, a job she took seriously because she loved helping people. Kata had dreams like any young woman her age, to grow in her career, support her family, and eventually build something of her own. She was close to her mother and often shared everything with her. That's why when she suddenly stopped answering her phone, her family immediately knew something was wrong. It was October 4th, 2024. Kata had just started her overnight shift. She parked her silver Nissan, greeted her co-workers, and went about her usual duties. Nothing seemed unusual until around 10 p.m. when a co-worker reported seeing her step outside to take a call. Moments later, she was gone. Her car remained in the parking lot, keys and bag inside, but Kata had vanished into the night. At first, no one wanted to think the worst. Maybe she'd gone to meet a friend. Maybe something came up. But when she didn't show up for work the next day and didn't answer her mother's calls, panic set in. The next 48 hours would change everything.
If you have any information, small, large, minuscule, please reach out to the Philadelphia Police Department and let them know that may be the piece that they're looking for. We all miss her. We want her home.
Police were called. Flyers were printed, and social media was flooded with her photo. People across Philadelphia began asking, asterisk, where's Kata Scott? Asterisk. Investigators quickly learned that Kata had been in contact with someone named Kian King, a 21-year-old man from the area. The two had known each other before, though no one knew exactly how close they were. What caught detectives' attention were the text messages between them. Earlier that day, King had messaged